So let's get you the updates as far as the election-bound states are concerned in West Bengal, because this is where the biggest development has happened. The Malda incident, where violence were reported, where 7 of the judicial officers were gherraud by a mob. The Election Commission has now roped in the central agency, which is the NIA, to probe the case. This follows on the direction that came in from the top court when the Chief Justice of India took suo motu cognizance. Meanwhile, total number of people who have been arrested in the case has now gone up to 22, and 2 of them are said to be linked to the ISF, which is an ally of the left in West Bengal. While one remains unnamed, the other one, however, has been identified as ISF candidate Shahjahan Ali Qadri. However, the TMC has called him as a BJP plant and has now dubbed the ISF to be BJP's B team that is deployed in West Bengal to create political unrest. Let's connect with Rajesh on this. Rajesh, good morning. Any movement there as far as NIA expected to take over the case? The investigation here is concerned. What are we looking at?
See, now the state police is currently investigating the case, following which it will be handed over to Central Probe Agency NIA. A team from NIA will be reaching over here at around 12 o'clock. Since now we can see ADG rank officer K. Joyramon has arrived over here at Mothabari police station. Right now we are present in front of Mothabari police station where the incident took place on the Wednesday night. Right now the one ADG rank officer K. Joyramon along with the IG Malda range Deep Naran Goswami has arrived over here. They are taking the note, and all the preparations are going on. All the case diaries and the papers will be handed over to NIA, and NIA will register another FIR into this case, and following which NIA will submit a prayer to the local court to take all the arrested accused into their custody. So far, 22 people have been arrested in connection with this case, out of which 2 persons are directly linked with ISF, their ISF leader, and 1 person is a candidate. He was fielded by ISF for Mothabari constituency as a candidate. This person was also arrested yesterday by West Bengal State Police, and another ISF leader has also been arrested. He will be produced before the court today. Till now, total 22 persons have been arrested, and all of the arrested accused will be handed over to NIA for further investigation. Team of NIA will be reaching over here to initiate the investigation. The team will first go visit the place of occurrence, which is the local BDO office, where the 7 judicial officers, including 3 women officers, were confined forcibly inside the office for at least 9 hours. And following which the team will visit this police station also. They will take all the papers, all the case diaries from the local
on the movement there, because the NIA team is expected to reach there shortly. The current investigation that has been done by the state police with over 20 arrests, that what we are looking at in the backdrop of the Malda violence that has been reported. Because what has now been said, as Rajesh continues to be with us, because these men were apparently holding 7 of the judicial officers hostage for over 9 hours. No food, no water, no protection. And they were just doing their duty when their office was gherraud by mob agitating over the deletion, allegedly, of names from the electoral rolls. For 9 long hours, no help arrived. Now, taking suo motu cognizance of this incident, Chief Justice of India had said that what happened in Malda was nothing but a pre-planned, calculated and motivated attempt to derail the electoral process. Observing that the law and the order machinery in the state had broken down, the CJI said that it was a brazen attempt not only to browbeat judicial officers but also to challenge the authority of the court. If that wasn't enough, even when the officers eventually were rescued around midnight and they were returning to their respective places of stay, their vehicles came under attack. They were pelted with stones, they were attacked with bamboo sticks and even bricks. Now, while the top court has called this to be an abdication of duty by the West Bengal government and its officers, Mamata Banerjee says, not my responsibility. It is the model code of conduct which is in place, claiming that she is now powerless.
আপনারা জানেন এখন অ্যাডমিনিস্ট্রেশন আমার হাতে নেই। ল অ্যান্ড অর্ডার টোটালটাই আমার হাত থেকে কেড়ে ইলেকশন কমিশন হাতে নিয়েছে। আর ওরা হোম মিনিস্টার অমিত শাহর কথাই চলে, আমার কথাই চলে না। চিফ সেক্রেটারি চেঞ্জ হয়ে গেছে, হোম সেক্রেটারি চেঞ্জ হয়ে গেছে, ডিজি চেঞ্জ হয়ে গেছে, এইচএম চেঞ্জ হয়ে গেছে, সিপি চেঞ্জ হয়ে গেছে। আমার হাত থেকে সব ক্ষমতা কেড়ে নিয়ে ইলেকশন কমিশন এখানে সুপার রাষ্ট্রপতি শাসন চালাচ্ছেন। একদিকে হোম মিনিস্টার আর একদিকে রাজ্যপালকে ডেকে নিয়ে হায়দ্রাবাদ থেকে কেউ উড়ে এলো আর বিজেপি কয়েকটা গদ্দারকে টাকা দিয়ে আপনাদের উত্তেজিত করলো আর আপনাদের দিয়ে রাস্তা অবরোধ করলো, জাজেদের ঘেরাও করলো।
Now, for West Bengal Chief Minister, this is a blueprint of a conspiracy that, according to her, has been hatched by the Union Home Minister. She sees a plot to create unrest, to cancel the elections and to pave way for the president's rules imposition in the state of West Bengal. Because according to Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, who is also the State Home Minister, Election Commission of India is the one who failed to maintain law and order. Because remember, right, the dates of the elections were announced and Model Code of Conduct immediately was imposed, or automatically that comes into force. There were several changes and transfers that had happened as far as the administration of West Bengal is concerned. Because now Mamata Banerjee is pointing fingers at certain outsiders, which she says it is the BJP who is trying to disrupt peace. Not just the BJP. She seems to be making a not so veiled reference also to the AIMIM chief, Asauddin Owaisi. BJP, however, says this is Mamata Banerjee's repeated provocations, a victim card that seems to have precipitated Malda incident.
देखिए, जो सिचुएशन है इसके रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है इलेक्शन कमीशन का। नाम कौन बात दिया? इलेक्शन कमीशन। लीगल वोटर्स को हैरास कौन किया? इलेक्शन कमीशन। पुलिस का ये जो ट्रांसफर्स है एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन का, कौन कर रहा है? इलेक्शन कमीशन। ये सब खेल इलेक्शन कमीशन खेल रहा है, तो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी तो उनको ही लेना चाहिए।
और ये पूरे घटना के पीछे ममता बनर्जी का हाथ है। ममता बनर्जी का उस्काने वाला जो बयान आया, उस बयान के कारण ही इस तरीके की घटना घटी है।
Now, as far as Mamata Banerjee is concerned, she's blamed the Election Commission, she's blamed the BJP, she's blamed the Home Minister, and she's now blaming Owaisi as well. Here is Didi's chart sheet. Let's take you through as far as the allegation that has now been leveled and this, when it comes to this blame game that is now ensued in this political discourse. Let's take a look exactly what she says when she is now saying that the Election Commission is responsible, saying that it is the EC which actually controls the administration and it has failed to maintain law and order. Then she points fingers at Union Home Minister Amit Shah, saying that it is the Home Minister of the country which is scripting the blueprint of conspiracy and fomenting unrest to impose the president rule, and this is being used as an excuse. Then blaming the BJP here as well in the opposition, saying that the game plan is actually to get the elections cancelled and the plan also to get the president's rule imposed. She's been also, in a surprise move, blaming Asauddin Owaisi because his entry seems to have also rattled the TMC. Hyderabad leader is dividing Muslim votes. That seems to be the allegation and the charge that is now being levelled by the West Bengal Chief Minister. But let's talk beyond when it comes to the political blame game, because here is a critical fact that, however, cannot be ignored. The Model Code of Conduct automatically comes into force when the Election Commission of India announces dates for elections for the polling. That is something which is known. That means that the administrative control lies with whom? It is the Election Commission of India. And here is the catch. Every single officer that has been pulled up by the Supreme Court yesterday for inaction, the Chief Secretary, the Home Secretary, the DGP, the Malda District Magistrate, the DM, the Superintendent of Police, the SP, all of them have been recently appointed by the same Election Commission. So who really abdicated the duty? Whose responsibility is to maintain law and order? Because the question is now finding resonance even beyond the borders of West Bengal, which opposition leaders who have also faced elections where they have governed regional parties as well seems to be raising this very point.
अगर कोई घटना घटी है और किसी तरह की कोई बात सामने आई है तो इलेक्शन कमीशन इसलिए भी जिम्मेदार बनता है क्योंकि चीफ सेक्रेटरी और डीजीपी और बड़े बड़े अधिकारी बंगाल में हटाए गए हैं। हमारा सवाल यहां ये बनता है कि पिछली बार जब यूपी का चुनाव हुआ था तो क्या इतने ही अधिकारी हटाए गए थे? और समाजवादी पार्टी ने लगातार शिकायत की थी अधिकारियों की कि ये अधिकारी भारतीय जनता पार्टी के एजेंट बन करके काम कर रहे हैं। एक भी अधिकारी नहीं हटाया गया। तो कार्रवाई कौन करेगा? इलेक्शन कमीशन की सरकार।